for anybody that might be tuning in, probably not too many that'll watch this, but just a little bit of a warning for new players in this game, a cross out. Um, First of all, be 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 mindful of whose toes you step on when you're in a battle. Because if you step on like one of the power players' toes in a battle, and they're one of your teammates, then you get put on a list, and you get teammates that'll tip you over and just leave you for dead type of stuff. There's a lot of that type of toxicity in this gaming community, so you'll get hate mail, you get whispers and hate messages from some of the players. But another thing that you'll notice um, when you're going into battles and stuff is that you'll be fighting a lot of the more so-called veteran players, the people that have been playing for a while. I've been playing for quite a while myself too, but I would have never have treated any of the new players the way that the player base in this game has treated me right from the start, from when I first started playing. But you'll have to fight your teammates for a good fighting position oftentimes in these battles, because a lot of the veteran players know the maps, they're familiar with the maps, they know the good places to position yourself, a good fighting position in the maps, and you'll find yourself fighting for a good fighting position, and they'll shove you around, they'll push you out in the line of fire, anything that it takes so that they can get that win. And just be warned, if you're a new player and you're just starting out in the game, just be aware, because it's almost like there's this type of a prison mentality too in the game with some of the sort of players. Because if you get into a battle and you end up taking out a really good power player, so to speak, and then they get a grudge on you, and then like if you get in the next battle with them and they're on your team, they'll just completely sabotage your game just because, the last battle you dared to take them out and kill them, So, there's definitely a good amount of toxicity in the game. And so if you're a new player, just be forewarned on Crossout, because the player base and the users are very toxic on the PS4. And I know that's probably like how it is in most gaming communities, but I don't really play a whole lot of video games. This is like really one of the only ones I really take any time for. But it's one of those things where if you're a new player, just watch out whose toes you step on, because you'll get all kinds of hate mail and messages and all kinds of bullshit from these people. So just wanted to make a little video and warn if there's any new players out there that are experiencing that kind of, I wouldn't call it being a bully, it's just like a level of intimidation in the game, and it occurs all over in the virtual world. There's all kinds of people that like to intimidate, posture, so to speak, in these games. But I enjoy playing the game. I like doing my own unique builds. I don't copy anybody else's builds or anything. I like my unique builds. I get lucky, I get rewarded, and I enjoy it. But what I don't really enjoy, and one thing that I've noticed as I've been playing for a while, is I've seen new players come in, and they'll try to strike up conversations in the chat and ask for help, and the player base is just so toxic. And and again, if you're a new player, you're gonna fight for a good fighting position on the battlefield with the power players, and don't run into them. Don't cause them to mess up their game, because they'll take it out on you with the next battle. And I don't know, I feel like I needed to put out a little message for new players out there, just because it just seems like every day I am reading the chat go by, and I'm seeing people just troll other people left and right, and just the toxicity is just heavy. But I ignore it. And I think that probably pisses people off more than anything, is that I don't have a problem ignoring them. You know, there's one person on my friends list, and that's my husband. And there's a reason for that. I had to turn it off because I was getting harassed in the message system. And I can turn off and block individuals, of course, too. But for me, it was just easier for me to enjoy the game by just having my husband on my friends list, because he doesn't treat me like a lot of the other players in this game do. But it's one of those things that if you're going to be a new player and you're going to play this game, just be aware that there are a lot of toxic individuals that play this game. And it's kind of like gangster prison type of rules. When you're out there on that battlefield, don't step on the wrong toes, because oh boy, you'll get put on a list. And I tell you what, y'all, I would say the first 30 days in this game, it didn't matter what I made. I guess you can call it a mistake, but I got lucky is what I call it. I got lucky, and I took out a pretty big player in some of my first battles, and immediately I got put on this virtual list, so to speak, of get her at all costs, get Mama Pajama at all costs. If you see her name in that battlefield, you better get her. She's not allowed to survive. Because I can tell you, I could be in a battle, and my teammates and I will have eliminated all but one, and I'll have like 4 teammates on my side, and they'll all scatter and run. They'll wait until after the last guy on the other side takes me out to come in and then take them out, and then they're going great. I've had them push me into the acid pools. I've had them flip me over and push me out on the line of fire. I mean, there really are a lot of dicks that play this game. But, just a warning for new players. Just stick with it. Don't let these people that play these games intimidate you. And, just enjoy it however you can. Play your own game. And like I said, I like to play my own unique way. Yeah, my builds are kind of crappy. But you know what? It's scrap. It's put together with scrap. It's not, it's just one of those things. I play my own way, and I like my own unique builds. I have my own way of playing, and I get lucky. And I get rewarded. And right now, I'm working on my 3rd porcupine, and I haven't donated. I bought an amusement park pack. My husband got me a PS4 gift card that I redeemed, and I bought myself a battle pass for the amusement park so that I could have a little bit different type of fun, which is fun. I like playing out here in the garage and in my amusement park and stuff. It definitely added a really cool feature to the game that I enjoy. I like the building up the amusement park and stuff like that. So that's really the only thing that I've invested any kind of real life money in. So, just for anyone out there that thinks that this is a pay to win or something, yeah, there might be some advantage, and some other players might be doing that. But, there is a way that if you just grind obsessively, you can have the bigger weapons and the more powerful weapons. You don't have to pay to win. You really don't. And I'm on my 3rd porcupine. I haven't donated anything other than just getting the amusement park pass. And it's all just been from grinding and selling on the market and stuff. So for any new players out there, don't let, other players try to tell you that it's a pay to win as well, because it's not. You can grind, and you can get the powerful weapons. And any weapon is just as good as its user, more than anything. So there is something to that. But it just, I don't know. I just felt like maybe I needed to do something for new players, Let me look back here. I can show you. Go to my very last page of my market history. See, my first market transaction was on September 25th of 2017. So, okay, I've been playing for a little over 3 years now. And, you know, as far as stats go as well, so these stats really can't be accurate because there were so many times that I was lagged out, or there were a lot of times when right off the bat, teammates were killing me. So you can't really go by those numbers as far as gauging someone's level of skill either. So just remember that if you're a new player, just be mindful and just try to have fun and enjoy it. I like the uniqueness of it. It's very original. It's a very original game. Out of all of the video games that I've played over the years, this is probably the most entertaining, despite the toxicity. So just be mindful, and if you're in that chat, just be mindful. You'll get whispers if you do something. If you step out of that line in the wasteland, they'll try to put you in check. Just stay mindful and try to have fun. And I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, and I hope everybody has a Happy New Year, despite all of this silly stuff going on with the whole COVID hoax and COVID scam bullshit. And yes, I do believe it is a bullshit scam. But anyway, stay mindful, y'all.